someday cars will not need gas but run electrically. I think that biochemist jobs are very interesting. They look at blood and tissue samples and start examining the reason why a person is not feeling very well. And they carefully study each white and red blood cell. What does a chemist do? Well, lots and lots of things. Depending on his interests, he can do most anything. Experiments and research will help our world learn the answers to the unknown questions that cause us concern.
Have you ever noticed how wet puddles disappear? Have you ever noticed how fog appears on your mirror? Chemists know that heat is the reason for the change, so let me take a moment in order to explain. Some call it magic. Can you really grasp that water can be a liquid, a solid, or a gas? It changes form whenever heat decides to come around, like a melting popsicle falling to the ground. Water has three forms. It can be a solid like an ice cube, or a liquid that you drink. It also can be a gas called mist, steam, or water vapor. Heat will make an ice cube melt into water, and heat will make puddles disappear after it rains. Let's learn about what scientists call evaporation and condensation. When a liquid changes form and turns into a gas, this is called evaporation, which can happen fast. For after it rains, the sun will start to heat and change the water to a gas, the evaporation thing. Condensation happens when you take a glass with ice and pour some water on the ice. A little will suffice. Now wait a little while, what will you start to see? But drops of water on the glass, the condensation thing. Water changing into a gas is called evaporation. Evaporation happens each time that it rains. Condensation is the opposite of evaporation. Condensation is when a gas changes back into a liquid. Some call it magic, but now you know the facts. The water can be a liquid, a solid, or a gas because of condensation and evaporation too. You've learned today what I call the scientific view.
You can do experiments with things you have at home. Make sure you work with mom or dad or a chaperone. You will learn to make things change just by what you do, like mixing, stirring, holding, freezing, and by blowing too.
It is very important to work with an adult when you want to do experiments. And remember that you should never taste anything if you do not know what it is, or mix things together if you do not know what will happen. Chemistry can be fun if you follow these important safety rules.
Take some liquid soap and a little water too. Mix it well and notice all the bubbles now on you. Make a circle with some pipe cleaners and you'll see that this bubble blower makes the biggest bubbles, yes indeed. Now take a piece of chocolate, hold it tightly in your hand. Wait a minute, feel it melt, this wasn't a good plan. So put it in the freezer, no, the chocolate, not your hand. For freezing makes things hard, it makes water expand. Take a cup of water and add a powdered mix, like lemonade or fruit punch, a drink you will have fixed. But take some water and some oil and do the same thing, and notice how they separate, it's really amazing. You can do experiments with things you have at home. Make sure you work with mom or dad or a chaperone. You will learn to make things change just by what you do, like mixing, stirring, holding, freezing, and by blowing too.
Do you know what an insect is? Is a spider an insect or a centipede? Although you might think that they are insects, they're not. Actually, insects have many characteristics that other animals do not have. Insects belong to a group of animals called arthropods. They have jointed legs and a hard body covering. While a person's skeleton is on the inside of the body, an insect skeleton is on the outside. And a typical insect has 6 jointed legs and 3 body parts. Hey, this is a lot to remember. Listen to this song. It will help you remember facts about insects.
What is an insect? Can you see? Look at a grasshopper or a bee. 3 body parts, let's name them all. Head, thorax, abdomen, I recall. What is an insect? Can you see? On an insect's head are 3 main things. 2 antennae and their eyes. A mouth that's even the perfect size. Insects, they lay eggs. Most insects have 6 jointed legs. They help our trees and plants to grow tall. They're every color, some big, some small. What is an insect? Do you know that some eat plants to help them grow? Most adults have 4 wings to fly, like the beautiful monarch butterfly. What is an insect? Can you see how important insects are for you and me? They carry pollen from flower to flower, and dead animals they help devour. Insects, they lay eggs. Most insects have 6 jointed legs. They help our trees and plants to grow tall. They're every color, some big, some small. Insects, they lay eggs. Most insects have 6 jointed legs. They supply food for animals to eat. Insects make our world complete.
Did you know that 8 legs a spider has? They are not insects, but in a special class, for they are called arachnids with 2 body parts. How can we tell these animals apart? Now let's look at a spider, and you will see that a spider has 8 eyes, but he has no wings. A cephalothorax and the abdomen are parts of our little spider friend. Listen and I'll tell you just how a spider eats. Once the prey is captured, the meal won't retreat, for venom is injected, the prey is paralyzed, then quickly the prey becomes liquidized. Now spiders, they have no teeth with which to eat. Like sucking from a straw, their meal becomes a treat. It might take several hours just to liquefy a fly, but well worth the wait for the spider's appetite. Silk glands in the abdomen a spider will rely, although they all don't spin webs, but silk they all supply. Spiders are important, for they prey on insect pests that damage crops and do things that farmers detest. Physicists like to study motion. They help car companies develop the best possible seatbelts so that we don't continue to move forward after a car is stopped. Seatbelts help protect us thanks to the discoveries of physicists.
What does a physicist do each and every day? What does a physicist do? Let's find out today. A physicist is good at math and good at science too, and likes to do so many things, so let us name a few.
Do you like to watch TV? Do you use a reading lamp when you need extra light? Physicists study all about electricity and try to find new sources of energy. Because our Earth is running out of oil, physicists are trying to learn more about solar energy.
What does a physicist do each and every day? What does a physicist do? Let's find out today. A physicist is good at math and good at science too, and likes to do so many things, so let us name a few.
Physicists help us learn more about outer space. They have invented powerful telescopes which help us see into outer space and learn more about our universe. Albert Einstein was a brilliant physicist who studied our universe. Some physicists study earthquakes and help engineers design buildings that could withstand earthquakes. This type of physicist is called a geophysicist. Would you like to learn more about earthquakes? Or maybe design a spacecraft to take people to Mars someday? If so, you might be interested in becoming a physicist.
A physicist is good at math and good at science too, and likes to do so many things, for we just named a few. So if you'd like to learn new things, I strongly do insist that you think about becoming a famous physicist. I'm talking M, talking M-A, I'm talking M-A-M-M-A-L-S, mammals. What a special group of animals you should know.
Mammals are warm-blooded. Mammals have backbones. Mammals feed milk to their young. Their young are born alive and most have hair, like the monkey and the polar bear.
I'm talking M, talking M-A, I'm talking M-A-M-M-A-L-S, mammals. What a special group of animals you should know.
Mammals live in forests and in Arctic snow. Mammals live on farms and in zoos. Mammals live by water and in the ocean blue, like sea lions and blue whales too.
The word mammal refers to a mother's mammary gland, which is used to feed her baby's milk. Most mammals are warm-blooded animals that give birth to their babies live, although there are some mammals that do lay eggs. Mammals have backbones and most mammals have hair. Did you know that you are a mammal?
I'm talking M, talking M-A, I'm talking M-A-M-M-A-L-S, mammals. What a special group of animals you should know.
Some mammals are little, some mammals are big. Mammals are many different sizes.
plants need sunlight to make food. On the sun they do depend, and we need plants for food to eat. Yes, the sun sure is our friend. Sunlight travels in straight lines and bounces off of things. We say this is reflected light, as it helps us to see things.
When light from the sun falls on the earth, the light bounces off objects and is turned in another direction. We call this reflected light. So we see whatever object is reflecting the light from the sun to our eyes.
The sun is so important, we could not live without it. It gives us light, it helps plants grow. The sun is so important.
Now stand in front of a mirror, then look close, what do you see? You see a reflection of yourself, for light is still the key. The mirror reflects light because it throws back light so we can see ourselves clearly. Light is an amazing thing.
If objects on earth did not reflect light, we would not see them. If you look at the moon at night, it seems to be glowing. But the moon does not have any light of its own. The moon reflects the light from the sun.
The sun is so important, we could not live without it. It gives us light, it helps plants grow. The sun is so important. The sun is so important, we could not live without it. It gives us light, it helps plants grow. The sun is so important. When I grow up, I want to be something very interesting. The job I'll do will help a lot of people, and I'll like the work that I do. Each day will be adventurous, and I'll strive to learn a lot. Then I'll share what I know, and my knowledge will grow. It's the perfect job.
Last summer we went to the zoo. I'm so fascinated by all the different types of animals. We saw monkeys and hippos and elephants and scary-looking alligators. But I like the exhibit of the unusual reptiles most of all. They had a huge python, a lizard, and an awesome-looking iguana. When I grow up, I would like to study reptiles and maybe even go into the jungle to take pictures of them.
Now science is important, so I'll study hard when learning about biology. Experiments in chemistry will help me learn to develop good hypotheses. Then I'll read some more, and I'll share just what I learned. 'Cause when I grow up, I wanna be something very interesting. When I grow up, I want to be something very interesting. The job I'll do will help a lot of people, and I'll like the work that I do. Each day will be adventurous, and I'll strive to learn a lot. Then I'll share what I know, and my knowledge will grow. It's the perfect job. Yes, I'll share what I know, and my knowledge will grow. It's the perfect job. The perfect job.
Triceratops means three-horned face. Do you know what it's famous for? It's three sharp horns upon its head. It's the three-horned dinosaur. Now above each eye there was a horn, and one right on its nose. What was the purpose of these horns? Protection, I suppose. toes. A bony frill was around its head to protect it from attack. And scaly thick skin cover this tough dinosaur's back. Triceratops liked to eat green plants, for it was a herbivore. It used its parrot-like hard beak, this massive dinosaur, with hundreds of sharp teeth with which to chew. Triceratops did eat, and eat and eat. You wouldn't call Triceratops petite. Triceratops means three-horned face. Do you know what it's famous for? It's three sharp horns upon its head. It's the three-horned dinosaur. On each front foot, it had 3 hooves, plus 2 more extra toes. It walked so hard along the ground, this was not twinkle toes. On each back foot, it had 4 toes, each with a hoof, they say, and pads just like rhinoceroses have on their feet today. Triceratops, it roamed with friends along the countryside. The babies stayed close to the herd or by their mother's side. For Tyrannosaurus Rex behind the trees, he would watch and wait for one to wander close enough to be his dinner date. Triceratops means three-horned face. Do you know what it's famous for? It's 3 sharp horns upon its head. It's the three-horned dinosaur. It's the three-horned dinosaur. It's the three-horned dinosaur.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, don't forget, was the meanest thing around. That big bully would scare all the dinosaurs in town. With teeth as sharp as razors, they all ran far away. And Tyrannosaurus Rex, he didn't get his supper for that day. King of the tyrant lizards, the meanest thing around. As long as 2 school buses, it stalked across the ground. Its teeth were sharp and jagged, a fearsome, awful sight. With jaws so huge, it could have swallowed you in just one bite. It used its tail for balance as it roamed across the land. Walking on its back legs, respect it would command. Its eyes faced forward, helping it to focus on its prey. With a mighty roar, its nasty temper it would display. Tyrannosaurus Rex, don't forget, was the meanest thing around. That big bully would scare all the other dinosaurs in town. With teeth as sharp as razors, they all ran far away. And Tyrannosaurus Rex, he didn't get his supper for that day. It had big feet with 4 toes, but one was turned around. In fact, this backwards toe, it didn't even touch the ground. Front legs were a little shorter, but they had long, sharp claws. To eat, they were not I'm sure it had no friends with which to run and play. For most dinosaurs, they knew they should stay very far away. And Tyrannosaurus Rex, don't forget, he was the meanest thing around. That big bully would scare all the other dinosaurs in town. With teeth as sharp as razors, they all ran far away. And Tyrannosaurus Rex, he didn't get his supper for that day. And Tyrannosaurus Rex, he didn't get his supper for that day.
My friends and I are having so much fun away up high. We float around the space deck, turning somersaults, oh my. For weightless we have become as the earth is far behind. The feeling is so funny that it's quite hard to describe. I'm feeling light as a feather, bouncy as a ball, really topsy-turvy, and really, really tall. For now my face is puffy, and my voice a little stuffy. But I like what I am feeling, it is weightlessness. Now eating is a challenge as the food will float away. So every single item is secured to the tray. And going to the bathroom, well, let me just say this. A seatbelt helps you stay in place, for you don't want to miss. I'm feeling light as a feather, bouncy as a ball, really topsy-turvy, and really, really tall. For now my face is puffy, and my voice a little stuffy. But I like what I am feeling, it is weightlessness. It's really quite important every day to exercise. But doing lots of push-ups I would really not advise. For running on a treadmill that's attached to the floor will help you stay in better shape than push-ups galore. I'm feeling light as a feather, bouncy as a ball, really topsy-turvy, and really, really tall. For now my face is puffy, and my voice a little stuffy. But I like what I am feeling, it is weightlessness.
Did you know that thunder is the noise made by lightning? Lightning and thunder happen at the same time. But have you ever noticed that you will see lightning before you hear thunder? That's because light travels faster than sound.
I see a flash way up high. The brightness sure does catch my eye. I see a flash way up high. It is lightning in the sky. I hear a bang and a pop. The noise makes me jump and sigh. I hear a bang and a pop. It is thunder in the sky. I see the rain coming down. The grass is no longer dry. I see the rain coming down. It is raining in the sky. I hear the wind blowing round. The birds, they no longer fly. I hear the wind blowing round. It is windy in the sky.
During a thunderstorm, clouds become charged with electricity. Lightning is a massive electrical spark. Lightning is very dangerous. If you are swimming in a lake and a storm arises, get out quickly. Don't stand underneath a tree or hold any metal object like a golf club. The safest place to be during a thunderstorm is indoors. Once inside, unplug your television, computer, and stereo, and do not use the telephone unless it is an emergency.
I hear the hail falling fast. This thunderstorm, it is not shy. I hear the hail falling fast. It is hailing from the sky. I see a twister spinning round. I'm scared, this I don't deny. I see a twister spinning round. A tornado's in the sky. I feel my mom, she's waking me and telling me to play outside. I feel my mom, she's waking me. It is sunny in the sky. I must have been dreaming about rain and lightning in the sky. I must have been dreaming about. Oh, it's sunny in the sky. Let's go and play outside.
Blue whales are enormous, the largest animals known. Some grow as long as 100 feet when they are full grown. And most are said to weigh more than the biggest dinosaurs. So they confidently swim around, for they have few predators. Blue whale, swimming in the sea, catching all the little krill with your special baleen. Blue whale, you eat tons each day, for you need to feed your little calf before you two can play. They're warm-blooded mammals that spend their lives at sea. They come to the surface, for whales need air to breathe. Shrimp-like creatures known as krill, this whale likes to eat. For blue whales have baleen because they don't have any teeth. Blue whales are baleen whales. This means they do not have any teeth with which to eat. They have something called baleen on both sides of their upper jaw. Baleen acts like a strainer. Whales will suck water and krill into their mouths, shut their mouths, and then push the water out with their tongues. Then the whales will eat the krill. When a little calf is born, you won't believe its size. Weighing over 5 tons, this newborn's quite a prize. Depending on the mother for milk and nourishment, the calf will gain 200 pounds each day, a wonderment. Blue whale, swimming in the sea, catching all the little krill with your special baleen. Blue whale, you eat tons each day, for you need to feed your little calf before you two can play.
Hatch after about 10 weeks. They seem to instinctively know to race across the land toward the ocean. They usually hatch at night so they won't be eaten by predators.
Have you ever seen a cuddly-looking koala? Most people call them koala bears, but koalas aren't bears. In fact, koalas aren't even related to bears. Koalas are marsupials, which means that they carry their babies in pouches just like kangaroos. Let's learn more about koalas. Koalas like eucalyptus leaves. In fact, they won't eat any other thing. They're very picky eaters. They'll only eat one thing. Tasty eucalyptus leaves. Koalas are awake when it is night. They sleep during the day when it is light. They'll find a cozy branch and stay out of sight. Koalas are awake at night. Koalas are nocturnal, which means that they sleep during the day and are awake at night. They do not have a nest or home, but simply find a comfortable branch, curl themselves up, and go to sleep. Koalas are cuddly. Koalas sure are cute. Koalas are furry like teddy bears. But there is one thing you should know. Koalas are not bears. The babies have their own special couch, for the mothers carry them inside their pouch. So wherever she may roam, her baby too will go along inside her pouch. Australia is the place where koalas live, or in zoos if the koalas are captive.